レクイエム。
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video. Now today I'm gonna do a review, like a full review. I finally finished the game. Obviously I'm not talking about post game. I'm gonna do videos on that, so I'm not really talking about post game. I finished like the mainline story, and I had a blast. But first, there's two things really quickly. Don't forget I am doing a giveaway when I get to 1,000 subs. I've been growing pretty fast with these Pokemon videos. I really appreciate it. Like I said, just really quickly want to talk about that. So all you gotta do to enter is just sub, and then I'll just choose from somebody that I'm sub to, somebody that's sub to me, and moving on to the second point. I had honestly been disappointed with Pokemon lately. I made videos talking about it. I made a video talking about Shin Megami 5 and basically saying how I was disappointed in Pokemon for those remakes because they were just bland and unoriginal. Well, I think they heard me because I absolutely love this game. This is probably one of the only Pokemon games I've honestly felt like catching every single Pokemon, or I actually felt like doing everything in the world just to get every single Pokemon. This one in particular has just caught my interest. You know, and also in Sword and Shield, it was okay. I never really was a fan of like the Dynamaxing and stuff. I like the aspect of like the stadium battling of Pokemon. I just felt like it wasn't handled that greatly. I felt like the Dynamax thing was more of a kind of weak gimmick in a way. And even before that, we go with Sun and Moon. And Sun and Moon, they had pretty much a lot of the stuff I liked. You know, they had the Z moves, which was something I did not like. And the Mega Evolutions was just something that I really enjoyed that they just kind of decided to move away from. But enough about those games. This game in particular is very surprising because the premise of it is really smart. The premise of it paid off. Like, honestly, could have either paid off or it could have been a bust. But thinking about actually going back and seeing all these different Pokemon battles that we hear about in all these different games. There are a lot of legendary Pokemon battles that we hear about how this specific Pokemon was going to destroy the world and this Pokemon stopped it, or these group of Pokemon stopped it, and it's like the story behind a legendary Pokemon. What if he was actually able to go into those times and literally just like experienced it for yourself? Like the map itself, you know, it's just like mountains and clouds and the sky and stuff. Like, think about it as a concept as a whole. There could be so many different games spawning out of it, and I feel like that's so interesting. Because why would I want to play another mainline Pokemon game that's so boring and repetitive? A lot of people were complaining because they saw that this game didn't have trainers. I don't care about the trainers anymore. I was one of those people that just did not like that they didn't have any like trainers or gyms or whatever. I felt like that was one of the best aspects of Pokemon. I honestly stopped caring so quickly into the game. With that being said, though, let's jump more into like the technical aspects of the game. The game looks okay. Honestly, it looks okay on the actual TV system. Now mind you, I don't have a monitor, so this is just for people who are playing the game regularly on TV. It looks decent. I'm not even gonna lie, it looks pretty decent. I played a majority of the game in TV mode, just simply because I was trying to, record videos. But I love the way it looks on handheld. I feel like the way it looks on handheld looks pretty good. Everything just doesn't look as fuzzy, and obviously if you playing it on handheld, it's a little bit more compact, so it looks a little better. I love the way it looks on handheld, so it'll be a great handheld adventure. As far as like the gameplay, which is what I really want to talk about, I really like they found a way to mix like older gameplay elements, like just the turn-based battling, and now it's a little bit more intricate than he go, I go, he go, I go, because now you can actually double up on moves, or a certain Pokemon can be so fast that they can attack twice, or they can strategically use the agile moves and the strong moves to actually attack, causing a little bit like disruption in like the flow of the battling. So that's pretty cool. It's simple. It's a simple change, but it's definitely worth it. A lot that you can move now while actually like doing Pokemon battles. This is something that is honestly largely useless in the gameplay side, but it's a very cool, like, I don't even want to call it quality of life. It's just a very cool thing. I feel like it opens up the field from being able to see your Pokemon battle from different angles. It feels different. Alright, talked about gameplay for a little bit. Let's talk about the Pokemon. I'm not really a giant fan of all these like different forms based off the region, but I kind of like these, honestly. Some of them I didn't even know they were different forms. They look very similar to the original, like Gudra. But I really liked how like the Pokemon were scale to your body. Now I don't actually know if that's like the true scaling of the Pokemon, because you know we always talked about, okay, Snorlax is so huge that you know he would just crush the trainer. But if you played any other Pokemon game, other older Pokemon games, they look about the same size. Now I don't know if the scaling is true, because some of these Pokemon are giant, but you know, playing with like alpha Pokemon and things of that nature, it makes it feel more responsive, more real, just because of the fact that Pokemon can get huge. And seeing like a huge Pokemon standing next to you is such a cool thing, because it makes you think like, okay, these Pokemon are giants. Let's talk about the story. Honestly, a lot of the story of Pokemon is very corny. I honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand the process, because it's basically a game that's made for an audience. It's not me. I definitely get that. Let me not get that wrong. But if I'm to be honest, some of the stories just kind of a slog to get through. I actually enjoyed the story on this one. It still was for a younger audience. I'll just say that. You know, it is basically for a younger audience, but at the same time, it was such a good story because it had an element of mystery. You know, you wanted to know why you were there, what was your purpose, you know, what was causing the attacks and stuff, and it had a little bit of element of mystery there, and I really, really appreciated it, because it did not make the story very boring to play through. It'll make the story easy enough for me to actually go and play through it a second time, so that's always great. I clocked in about 60 something hours into the game before I finished the mainline game, and like I said before, it is heavy with post-game content, because I will be making videos on it, but it's heavy with post-game content. I think all Pokemon games should be like this, like no DLC required. I feel like if you make DLC for Pokemon games, and this is just the hot take that's just kind of on a tangent, if you make DLC for Pokemon games, it should always just have newer Pokemon. It don't need to have necessarily a lot, but it needs to have newer Pokemon, because in this game in specific, it seems like you can be able to catch like a good majority of the legendary Pokemon that are in that region without no DLC. And I would love to see that for every single game. Like, I would love to see the 3 beasts and the 3 birds, you know, just kind of be able to play that in the game and to visit the ancient areas of all the different regions. That would be an amazing concept. I honestly think this game could be starting something great. I'm hoping they don't go back to the original formula and just kind of leave this series as a spin-off, like Pokemon Snap or something, or Pokken, or any of the other spin-offs that just, you know, don't really get a lot of attention, a lot of love. I honestly hope that they do decide to continue this, and this will be the mainline series. This was so innovative. It was kind of wonky at some points. It's kind of wonky, but then granted, I've been playing the 1-day patch. Like, I've been playing like the 1.0 version, so I don't know if there's any like 1-day patch or not. So I can't really tell you if there is. This game, from my knowledge, does not have a multiplayer battler, which is honestly okay with me. I feel like if we come out with a second one, we definitely need to have it so that people can actually enjoy the wild areas of the Pokemon like together. Considering the way the game is built, and you can basically move around, it's more fluid, and Pokemon can actually jump you, and just like 3 Pokemon can take your Pokemon if you're close enough. So, you know, having another person actually trying to whittle down the Pokemon's health could be kind of interesting, like fighting a mini boss together. That would be kind of interesting. With that being said, guys, this is my final thoughts of like Pokemon. I won't be doing another review. This is just like my final thoughts. I finished the game. I love the game. I think it's great. I think we need more games that are sequels like this. I feel like this is one of a kind of a Pokemon game that I just absolutely adore. I love. I think you guys should get it. It's definitely worth my $60. And with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget about the giveaway, and I'll see you guys next video.